You eating?
No, sipping.
Oh, what you sipping on?
I know.
Sipping on that scissor.
No, definitely not that. Yeah, I'll be laid out. We would not be doing no interview right now. I'll be hanging out my chair all like this. Something else sipping on that shit. That nigga screwed up.
Scissor. Sip, sipping the sip. This
That's,
ain't water though.
it ain't what?
This ain't number one.
Oh, little H2O, high quality H2O.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, I like this though, because now I can share it like into my groups and stuff like that. I can share it on my pages. I can invite people to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. And I didn't have to go and write shit down this week. I get to pull it up right here on my computer like you be doing. You know what I'm saying? That should take a long ass time. I can sit here and read.
Yeah, you see how fast I got my shit together tonight.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, anyway, for those of y'all tuned in, what's good? I'm your host, Henny Holyfield.
And I'm your girl Karasi, and
Mindkandi News. Where we bring you news about what's going on in the hip hop world, in the real world,
you
other
know,
worlds.
some good positive advice to keep you upright, to keep you going, keep your head held high.
Right, as it should be.
Feel good. As we go on tonight, I want to encourage you guys to drop some feedback, participate in the
Please.
topics. Let us know what you guys feel about the stories that we're bringing up and more.
Right. How was your week, Rossi?
My week was great. I mean, I'm back in school.
Hey.
Back in the studio. I got my lab up.
Okay.
That little bit. Shout out to Poopy. He came over here this past weekend and we got started on a project. He had to go a little bit early, but kind of get my feet back wet. I did have to take a long hiatus, just trying to get my life together and trying to get my finances in order, make sure I'm stable mentally and financially. So but I'll be dropping a lot more music and talking a lot more about what I was going through and why I've been MIA.
There you go.
So far it's been going really good. I had a really good week. No complaints.
That's good. Happy birthday to that boy Poopy too.
Oh, it's Poopy birthday.
He's celebrating.
Poopy
Salute, salute. Yeah, well, I've had a wonderful week. You know, I just came back from the motherland. You know what I'm saying? Hometown.
Africa?
Motherland as far as we concerned. No, not the real motherland, but Sacramento, you know what I'm saying? Hometown, home base where we, came out here from. And man, I had a really fucking good time. Really, really productive the whole time. Did a lot of recording, shot a video. We got some live in studio performances coming up, you know what I'm saying? And also was able to sit and talk about, marketing your music properly, you know what I'm saying? Not just putting out, record, but all the different ways to promote a record, you know what I'm saying? And ways to keep people engaged. We got this tour coming up, so the more engagement that we can get leading up to it, the better. So, me and the team sat down and had a nice talk about it, and I feel enlightened and definitely motivated to put my foot on the pedal and start dropping some of this dopeness. I mean,
okay, that's what's up. Well, I need your energy. I'm so happy to have you partnered up with me, so that way we can keep each other motivated, keep each other going.
Absolutely.
It, and I'm really glad you're out here. I don't know if I would call Sac the motherland. I call it the auntie land. It's the
auntie land. We would call it the motherland. I'm playing, you know what I'm saying? Africa is motherland, but just home. You know what I'm saying? It was good to be home. My people definitely made me feel missed and loved. You know what I'm saying? The entire time. So yeah, no, and likewise, I'm glad I at least got somebody out here to rock with. That way I don't feel like I'm all by myself. You know what I'm saying? Motivate each other.
Oh. Okay, so who going first tonight? You or me with these
That
stories?
would be it's your turn.
Okay, I wanted to start off with this story about Barbara Bassett. She is a Caucasian news anchor. This white lady done said for shizzle my nizzle.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? That's my story.
Shut up! Get out
What's her name?
with first, big dog.
Yeah, shit. This is why we be in the same place at the same time. That way we can bounce each other's story ideas a little bit and be like, okay, you doing that? Okay, well, I won't do that.
Well, you know what? Do you want to? Okay, listen. I could probably find another story real quick. You want to take this one away?
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
The headline reads Snoop Dogg catchphrase causes Mississippi news anchor to be fired. And so one of Snoop's most famous catchphrases landed on Mississippi news anchor in hot water for saying it on TV. I guess March 24th, she got fired for saying for shizzle my nizzle on her newscast earlier this month. And you know, all of us that have heard that phrase, most of us that have heard that catchphrase know exactly what what it means, what it stands for. You know what I'm saying? And so uh let's see here. This is not the first time that she's used language that's been offensive uh, on air. I guess in October, she had said something about she had referenced one of her coworkers' grandmother as her grandmammy. You know what I'm saying? And the term mammy is racist. That means a black woman who serves as a nurse to a white family during slavery. So uh, she said, though not intentional, I now understand how my comment was both insensitive and hurtful. I have apologized. And so she apologized to the lady about the grandmammy comment. She said, now that I've apologized to you, I guess addressing the public, that is not the heart of who I am. And for that, I humbly ask for your forgiveness. And I apologize to everyone I have offended. I will learn from this and participate in training so I can have better understanding of our history and our people. I can't mend the people I hurt, mend the people my comment caused hurt to, but I can, I pray you'll forgive me and extend grace through this awful mistake. Um, and that's the gist of it. So, I think gas we got Gas Monroe in there. He said nizzle is okay.
Listen, Mr. Monroe, I'm with you all the way. I ain't had no problem with that white lady saying for shizzle my nizzle.
I don't know that I do either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like I've heard it tossed around and not just like, uh, just blatantly just saying a whole lot of it. But I feel like I've heard somebody say it, and it just wasn't like, it wasn't offensive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now if they come out and be like, "Oh my nigga," well, then yeah, you know what I'm saying, and then you got to be held accountable. But for shizzle my nizzle, I feel like it's maybe a safer way to say the shit. You know what I'm saying? That don't come across as offensive. Yeah, we know what it represents, but are we upset over here over her, throwing some comedy on the shit and making it, yeah, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how offensive that is.
Listen, Auntie Bernadette or whatever the hell her name is was being cool. She was being hip. Ain't nothing wrong with it for shizzle my nizzle. It's a popular saying. Wait, Gas Monroe got me cracking up. He said, first of all, almost and ain't nobody 100% white no more.
Right.
I feel like this is one of those cases though where the white people was more upset than the black people. Like y'all stay trying to overcompensate.
Right.
Just treat us fairly. Like stop trying to overcompensate and
And
be
make it seem like you sticking up for us now because they saying some shit that you feel like we may take offensively, but it should be on us to take that shit offensively. I wonder what the race of the person who fired her was. You know what I'm saying? Like I wonder, what that corporate office looks like. Like is it black folks in there? Or is it white people?
most likely not. And it's just like I feel like she was fired because because we live in this cancel culture currently, and I feel like the news company felt like, well, if we don't react, if we don't do something now and fast, then we're gonna have all this backlash against the news company. But I feel like she didn't deserve to be fired. Like, go ahead, talk to her, let her know what is cool and what's not cool to say. I didn't find it offensive. I didn't feel like she said nothing wrong. She said for shizzle my nizzle. Maybe some of y'all kids, some of y'all dumbass kids, if you know what I'm saying, if these anchors were able to kind of loosen up a little bit and be more down to earth. Now, I could totally tell you intention is everything. Again, when it comes to this story and the story last week about Logic saying the N-word, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It all goes down to how it feels. It felt like she was being cute. And it was a popular phrase. And they were talking about Snoop Dogg. Almost damn near, how can you talk about Snoop Dogg and not say for shizzle my
For
nizzle?
shizzle. Yeah.
She has got celebrities backing her, from Whoopi Goldberg to Charlamagne the God. And these are intelligent black celebrities, not the regular black. These
These are people that are backing her and saying that it's okay that she said it?
Yeah,
Now, come on with that.
Have been fired. You know what I mean? If it's uncomfortable, that's one thing. We go ahead, we reprimand you, we talk to you, but to fire that lady over my nizzle, come on now, y'all doing too much. Give us fucking reparations. Why don't y'all sit y'all angry asses down, write a fucking bill, and pass that? Y'all want to hold black people down? Write a fucking bill where we get our motherfucking money and our reparations and do that. We don't give a fuck. Call us niggas all day. Pay us. Give us
and put that shit back in the fucking history books.
Oh, they took it out for real?
I mean, it's not. It's barely there. You know what I'm saying? It's been minimized a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're not speaking on the shit that happened to us. I mean, but you want to stick up for us though, and you're not really, Yeah, I think it's a little extreme. Yeah, definitely a conversation. Professional newscast. If that's not the type of shit that you allow on your newscast, and you want people to conduct themselves a certain way, pull it to the side. Hey, you know what I mean? I know you was in your moment. You was having fun. We ain't with the for shizzle my nizzles. You know what I mean? Calm down. Get back to work and carry yourself in a professional manner. There it is. You know what I'm saying?
She made a jokey joke. It was cute.
It wasn't a nigga. There was no hard R in there because she, you know what I mean? That's that's where shit get, it wouldn't have been no coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? The whoopies and that would not be back in that shit. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be, it would be a different kind of story we'd be reporting on right now. But it wasn't. She's trying to be funny, and maybe it was funny to some, maybe it wasn't. But offensive? Nah.
All right,
it was like,
I'm gonna go ahead and take this topic off because I don't give a damn if you did this story too. You ain't had my other story, so
you better not. You better not.
Well, of course, me being a lady, I gotta talk about Jonathan Majors. Okay. Because all I visualize when I hear his name is muscles and pectorals and abdomens and quadriplexes. Like, listen, he was difficult to get used to looking at first. Okay, I saw his face. I thought it was arranged a little aggressive, but the man took off his shirt and he started popping them pectoral muscles, and I must admit, I fell in love. So what I talk about today is Jonathan Majors. He is a fantastic actor. Let me put that out there. He really does have that next Denzel thing. I'm not talking about looks, but just his craft and his skill. I'm a theater girl. I'm gonna tell y'all all day. I really, when I watch movies and television and films, I'm really looking for the quality of actor. This guy has got it. However, Jonathan, you wanted to go around here, around these streets, and date the clear girl. No disrespect, but we have a history of Black men in our community who are often taken advantage of by white women when they're not getting their way. Now, are all white women doing this? I don't know. They don't do it, but I don't know. But what we can say for certain is there has been a great pattern in American society. You understand me? Going down back to Emmett Till. You understand what I'm saying? Of
Right.
making accusations against a Black man, and these things are very serious. So allegedly, he put his hands on the girl, choked her, got upset, got angry. They arraigned Mr. Jonathan Majors, and they arraigned him on several assault and harassment charges. Now, accordingly, she claims that he put his hands on her neck, causing bruising and substantial pain. So, a judge has released that Majors on his own recognized and granted to an order of protection against the woman. He's saying in his defense, he never put his hands on her. This young woman was in her feelings. She was feeling some type of way. She was having emotional distress issues and went ahead and accused this man of putting his hands on her. Now, mind you, it's the height of his career. This boy is popping. All of a sudden, I thought he was fine on Lovecraft Country or whatever. But you feel me? I didn't know he was about to blow up like this. He's on Creed 3. He's got Quantumanium, the Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean, he is really doing a lot of big things. However, this situation can ruin his career forever.
Forever.
Y'all see what, you know what I'm saying? These, man, what y'all think? Do y'all think that this young woman is crazy and was feeling emotional and pulled an Amber Heard? Y'all, if y'all don't know who Amber Heard is, Google Amber Heard versus this bitch is
Nutcase.
you heard her shit in his bed?
Huh?
This girl took a shit in Johnny Depp bed.
Yeah. She crazy as fuck.
Talk about I think that legally he should have had the right to whip her ass after she took a shit in his bed. Now, shit, damn it. What you think? You think this is a lie? You think it's the truth? You think this man is going down? You think this man stay solid? What's up?
You know, it's really hard to know when it comes to like Hollywood, because both sides of the spectrum really happen. You know what I'm saying? It's really, you know, women, men, you know what I'm saying? People that are really just, you know, trying to get themselves some sense of fame, you know what I'm saying? Come up and be popular, be in the headlines, you know, and make somebody else look bad. For whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they said something they didn't enjoy. Maybe they shot them down, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, I believe that shit goes on, has gone on. And I believe that there are innocent people, you know, serving time behind some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's foul and out of pocket. But on the flip side, some of these celebrity motherfuckers is really, you know, they really just got some kind of just some shit off in their head, and they really go and do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say? You know what I'm saying? I don't know her story, nor do I know his to know what type of individuals they are to say who's lying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All I know is he better go get him a good ass attorney and fight the fuck out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? If he's innocent, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, you see Tory and Megan, you know what I'm saying? Like the way that shit looked, it looked like it was manipulated, and motherfucking Megan was lying and all kind of shit. And the next thing you know, Tory sentenced to fucking, you know, years and years and deported back to Canada and shit, you know what I'm saying? And who knows? I don't know.
And Megan ain't even clear. So
I don't know. I hope he didn't do it.
what's his name? What's his name? Nate. What's his name? Nate. His name. Huh?
Who that is?
The actor. He was another actor. He did that film. Ooh, the black actor. He did like the Nat Turner story. I forgot the name of that movie, but that young black man, the same thing happened to him. As soon as he came out with his big movie, they came out with a big old scandal saying how he raped some girls, some queer girls in college. Nate Parker is his name. Excuse me, Nate Parker. So I just feel like it's sad. I got bad taste anyway. So if he was a woman beater, I wouldn't put it past him because I don't know how to pick him, apparently. But I'm gonna move on to the next story, you guys. This is gonna be real quick because obviously I gave one of my stories away.
I do appreciate it. I would have found something, but
player. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it tonight, but tonight 5 planets aligned, a perfect line, visibly to the human naked eye. This is very rare. And it's during this type of year that all 110 of the various deep sky objects cataloged by French astronomer Charles Messier come into view. So right after the sun went down, I don't know if you can still see some of it now. You may be able to, but a planetary parade of what they're calling it, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Uranus will march across the sky in a straight line. So you guys can see all of those planets if you look up. If you don't know the difference between a planet and a star, let me give it to you. Planets are a little bit more bold, okay? They also do not flicker. So you will see a solid, bright object in the sky. So if you ever get confused, is this a planet or is this a star or is this an airplane? Listen, airplanes have red lights. Stars flicker. Sometimes you can apparently see shades of red and blue, but it's more of a faint flicker. But a planet will be solid. Okay, it will be solid. You will not see flickering. You will not see shrinking and growing and shrinking. Planets are solid. So just keep that in mind as you guys look up into the sky. Again, it's a beautiful thing to see. 5 planets. I feel like we don't look up into the sky enough. You guys, it's very therapeutic. There's a lot of spiritual and psychological benefits into stargazing. So I highly suggest you guys do that. And that's all I have for that.
I'm gonna go take a look up in the sky after we get done here. Go see if I can see some planets aligning. See if I can tell. All right. In other news, hopefully you ain't got this story as your last story.
I bet you.
No, I don't think so. IDK and Rich the Kid raise awareness of transatlantic slave trade with new collab. IDK and Rich Kid have teamed up for the first collaboration with 850, which arrived last week. The visual arrived on March 24th. The Maryland native reflects on his trapping ways and the turbulent journey his rap career has taken him around the globe as he incorporates Los Angeles, Japan, France, and Spain into his rhymes. Prior to the music video crossing the finish line, which was self-directed by IDK, a combination of the Ghana and Sierra Leone flags serve as the background to a sobering closing message about the transatlantic slave trade and his free coast world. He says, oftentimes African Americans are questioned and even ridiculed for not understanding their history. The effects of transatlantic slavery and lack of in-depth teaching in the American school systems do not make learning as easy as one would expect. Free Coast is a world created to bring awareness to Cape Coast, Ghana, where slaves were taken from West Africa to America, and Freetown, Sierra Leone, where slaves were freed, through combining both flags and their historic components to make one movement. See what else they say here. They know the first person from their family to come. People know the first person from their family to come to America and start that line to make them Italian American. Same goes to everyone else except the African American. How can an African American and an Italian American be on the same field when it cuts off there? This is the advantage of writing this shit down. But I think that is it's good that they're bringing attention to our history. Like I said, it's being minimized in schools. They're not teaching about it. It says right here. You know what I'm saying? And so to incorporate it into the music, I've seen videos that have shown skits or incorporated ideas where slaves are escaping and stuff like that. I think the more of that gets put out there, the better it is. And even with when it was in, the education system, people aren't always paying attention, but when it's incorporated into your favorite artist's song and video, then maybe you might take it a little bit more seriously. You know what I'm saying? So I think that any awareness that's brought to, our history is definitely good, hopefully done in a way to where it doesn't come across, preachy, which is sometimes what turns people off to listening to things of that nature, but still educating people and letting them know, that they're not only raising awareness, but also bringing attention to it and speaking on it so that people can learn the history on it. So I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't know that I've really listened to Rich the Kid like that. I think I might have heard a song from IDK, but I'm curious and intrigued and want to hear what it's talking about and see, what they saying. And being that's the whole movement, what I'm saying, that they're trying to bring awareness to this free coast. I'd like to see what that movement's all about. How you feel about it?
Well, I don't know who either of these members are. Start by preface with I don't know them. But what I will say is I'm glad that some of our current artists are taking their craft seriously enough to know that music is powerful and the things that are in songs will resonate higher with the listeners. Also, if you put educational, this is a classic psychological trick. That's why we sing the ABCs. So we know if we put it to a song, it's more like stick with us. So psychologically, I definitely have to applaud this. However, I kind of given side eye because the Atlantic slave trade is just a part of our history and it's not a beginning. I feel like a lot of the times that's what we kind of focus on, especially as growing up in Union City, California, when I was one of the only Black children in my class. I didn't grow up in no Black neighborhood. So having to learn about slavery and reading about that and the anxiety and the anxiousness that you feel being one of the only Black people. And then we have to read books like Steinbeck and they throw the word nigger out there. Like nigger, nigger, nigger. We got to read out loud and it's okay for us to say the word nigger in an educational setting where we're reading it out of book. But this white lady can't say for shizzle my nizzle. Y'all got me fucked up.
Right.
But bringing that back in with the point that I feel like a lot of times it's okay to talk about the slavery phase because we should definitely not forget that Black people literally built America on our hands and feet. Okay, America was built by us, by force. So I think that's a great part of history that should not be overshadowed and forgotten. But there's just so
more
positive Black stories. What about who we were and the things that we were doing, the ways that we lived off the type of foods that we were eating, the type of customs that we respected before we were brought over here. Sometimes let's talk about the fact that we were kings, queens, farmers, not just kings and queens, but even more so important than kings and queens are the farmers. You know what I mean? Who create the agriculture and make sure everybody eats. You know.
Well, maybe this is the gateway for that. Maybe this is the door opener.
Yeah, hopefully so. I'm just hoping that we don't kind of get too caught up because everybody is the first thing you think of when you think of Black history is segregation and slavery, and that is not Black history.
Say that.
That's a small part of our history. So I just want to be careful when we're talking about that type of thing.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's my turn again.
Yep, got one more.
That was fast. I'm Okay, you guys, I want to pose the question to you. A serious question. Would you take a pill to forget your toxic ex? Let me know how you feel. A new study has found that taking a beta blocker alongside a reconciliation therapy, no, reconsolidation therapy, sorry, has the power to dull memories of painful romantic betrayal. So, I was reading this story, and it resonated with me. I'm a young woman. Of course, I've had terrible, heart-wrenching breakups, especially with me having borderline personality disorder. Sometimes breakups hit different than they would for a regular person. So there's been certain points in my time where I felt like I definitely would have taken a pill to forget about an ex or help me get over an ex. Let's put it like that. Let's not pretend like I ain't did it before, like I ain't been heartbroken, pop no ecstasy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a too far out concept when you think about the amount of self-medication we already do with basic stress and heartache, especially when we lose a loved one, whether it be a romantic relationship or someone passes away. Those are emotional heartaches. Those are heartbreaks that are hard to get over on your own. Not only that, but a drug, propranolol. I've never known how to say it, but I should drop it in the chat.
What's the word?
Propranolol. That's a drug, okay? It's a medication. It's a blood pressure medication. It's also an anti-anxiety medication. They are saying that this drug, which I have in my cabinet right now. I actually don't take it, but I do have them. But they're saying that this drug is also responsible. This drug can lessen the emotional pain of traumatic memories. So a recent study used memory consolidation and the drug propranolol. I'm sorry, I think that's my first time saying it. It was used to address emotional distress from romantic betrayal. So it impairs brain adrenaline hormones and it affects memory reconsolidation, thus reducing emotional pain without erasing memories. Participants of the study saw reduced symptoms such as intrusive thoughts and anxiety with positive effects persisting up for 4 months post-treatment. So it is real, guys. Taking a drug like propranolol and having some reconsolidation therapy can help you get through heartache, trauma, and pain. Not only a ex, but again, you if you're the type of person who super stresses out over jobs or money, or if you lose somebody in your family and you're finding it hard to deal with the emotions, you could take propranolol. You can have some of mine. I got like 5 unopened bottles. But it is supposed to help. What do you think about taking a medication to help you get over heartache?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. I mean, it goes back to some of the things that we've talked about before. Just I'm scared of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in the process of you wiping out my memories of my toxic ex, what else could possibly be lost in the process? You know what I'm saying? What type of effect is that going to have on me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just sounds unnatural. You know what I'm saying? We're meant to feel, we're meant to, hurt, and those memories, are there to kind of let us know the type of shit that we don't want to experience again. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say that they erase that memory of that person, those feelings, and then you fuck around and go and get with somebody who's 10 times worse because you can't remember what you went through with that person, and use that as some guidance to be like, I'm not going back down that road again. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in none of these, man-made, to help you forget, help you feel. Nah, man, that shit sound dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That shit sound unnatural, and it sound like some shit that I should not be putting in my body. And if I'm if I fucked around and I ended up with a toxic person in my life, then that's just the way that life was meant to go. And you know what I'm saying, I'll get over it. And you know, if it's still, if I continue to think about it later on down the road, then I just continue to think about it. But I don't want some kind of fucking drug going inside of me to help me. Yeah, that shit sound wrong. It sound wrong. You know what I'm saying? I would not take none of that.
Chime in here. It does say it does not erase your memories.
What does it do to them?
It reduces the emotional pain that's associated with the memories, with the negative memories, but it won't erase your memories. I feel like that would be super dangerous too. It's tricky. I feel like the way this is marketed or being reported is a little bit tricky because again, I've been prescribed this medication for over a year. It's a acute anti-anxiety medication, and it's also a blood pressure medication. So for using it for emotional pain would be kind of a secondary, third use for it. I would say, I mean, to deal with emotional pain, I'm a person who's been on antidepressants. I'm prescribed this medication. I don't see anything wrong with helping yourself if you really, really, really need help. I just feel like the way this is promoted, if you take this medication, it's going to help you get over a heartache. It's kind of misleading because the only thing that's really going to help you get over a heartache is time and having the discernment to learn from what you've been through. I wouldn't want to change any of the things that I've been through. I definitely wouldn't want to forget about them, but some of the emotional pain, yeah, there's definitely certain times in my life where I wish there was a magical pill that I can take to make me feel better, which is why I was self-medicating, drinking so much, doing magical pills, ecstasy, and things that are not FDA approved to kind of help me get through emotional pain. I mean, this is something that on a daily basis, you have a stressful day, you come home, you take a shot. It reduces pain. So I feel like it's just a slippery slope. And if we keep advertising medications as a end all be all fix all, then we're not going to do what we need to do as human beings to heal ourselves from our traumas and our emotional pain. There is no end all be all fix all. There is no magical pill that's going to make you a better person. There's no magical pill that's just going to cure all your heartache. And even if it does make you feel better sooner, well, it's not going to teach what you needed to learn out of that lesson, or it's not going to make you a better person. It's not going to make you know how to pick them better.
Right.
It's probably so much the emotional pain that you allow yourself to sit with. The emotional pain itself is healing and therapeutic in a way, if you can look at it that way. So just wanted to throw that out there. I kind of agree with you though. It kind of gets, it's a slippery slope, you know?
Yeah. I'd rather deal with it. I'm not saying that I don't see how it could be helpful to somebody else, especially somebody that's gone through some real trauma. My relationship was bad, but you know, I mean, it wasn't like, you know, something that just makes it difficult to move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't gone through the type of trauma that I'm sure other people have gone through. So I'm speaking on myself. And I don't, you know, they want to make it and other people want to take it because they feel like it's going to help them. More power to them. I'm just saying for me, I don't want no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take no shit like that helps curve, you know, suppress depression, memories, none of that shit, man. Y'all keep all that man-made shit and you go shove it somewhere else because I don't want it over here. I'd rather have some cognac.
No, for real. I'm going to drop it in the chat. There's a movie with Jim Carrey, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I thought it was a brilliant movie. It's exactly this. It's about this guy, Joel, who's in a tremendous emotional pain post the breakup of his girlfriend. And he actually finds a doctor who does these procedures that will completely erase your ex and everything that you guys have been through together out of your brain. But it's an interesting concept. And so I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay, I probably left out of the Spotless Mind. I don't know. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's something I would highly recommend if you guys like slower, more thought-provoking pieces. I know a lot of you guys like action and comedy or whatnot, but I just want to say, guys, check that movie out. It'll probably get your brain cells tingling if you can handle how good it
Mm, mm.
is. That's the news for today, guys.
Yeah,
We fucking did it. You know, we
we
made it
did.
this week. We'll see what we do next week, guys.
Yes.
Guys, we're still waiting to get flyers made. But if you guys do have a business that you want to promote, if you have a talent that you want to promote, please inbox myself, inbox Henny Holyfield. We look forward to getting you on the show. Not only you on the show, but your products. If you want to advertise, we look forward to helping you and working together. Please inbox myself or Henny Holyfield, and we'll get on it.
Absolutely. And I've also got opportunities for anybody that wants to promote their brand on my tour. We are definitely looking for sponsorships if you would like to get your brand out. We got 12 cities that we're doing this summer, you know what I'm saying? And we are definitely looking for anybody that wants to promote their brand. We definitely make it worth your while. All you have to do is reach out and let me know, and I can let you know what the proposal looks like. And yeah, help you out. You help us out, you know what I'm saying? We help each other. I also have this Saturday, I will be doing a cipher. My brothers Doe the Unknown and Highway are coming to town. We will be participating in the grind mode cipher, as well as rocking a 15-minute set on that stage. Rossi, if you want to come out, I'll let you know where that's at and
Okay.
come fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But we going in there and finna bar these niggas up one time. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and just show up and show out. You know what I mean? I got some visuals on the way too. I got some new music on the way. Continue to keep your ears to whatever platform you stream music on, and type in Henny Holyfield, and I guarantee that I'm gonna have some dope for y'all in the near future. You know what I'm saying? And Rossi, we waiting on you. You say you back on it. Let's get to it. That's the conversation we need to have next time I come through. I'm trying to hear some of that new Rossi. I'm trying to hear it.
Cipher up though, for real.
Huh?
I definitely need to hit a cipher up.
Well, we can put that together.
Okay.
There it is. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back next week.
Bye.
Have a good night. Have a good week.